Imagine a world illuminated by flickering candlelight where life followed the sun's rhythm. Before the Industrial Revolution, people toiled in fields and villages, their lives tied to the land. Goods were crafted by skilled artisans. Travel was slow and arduous. Communication relied on handwritten letters. News traveled at the pace of ships, yet change was on the horizon. Scientific inquiry was taking root, leading to new discoveries. The Enlightenment reshaped thought, inspiring new ideas about society. Global trade expanded, bringing wealth and knowledge. These currents led to the Industrial Revolution, a period of transformation, reshaping the world. The Industrial Revolution was a chain reaction, unfolding over decades, marked by progress and upheaval. To understand its impact, we must explore its origins and its lasting legacy. While the winds of change swept across Europe, it was in England where the Industrial Revolution first took hold. England's abundance of coal and iron ore fueled steam engines and machinery. Its empire provided vast markets and raw materials. Wealth from trade funded new technologies. Political stability and scientific inquiry fostered innovation. This culture of progress ignited the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution brought groundbreaking inventions that transformed production, transportation, and communication. The spinning jenny, water frame, and power loom revolutionized textile production. James Watt's steam engine powered factories, locomotives, and steamships. George Stephenson's railroad and steamships revolutionized transportation. The Industrial Revolution was an era of constant innovation and improvement. Competition and ingenuity drove progress, transforming society. The Industrial Revolution was a profound transformation, reshaping lives and societies. Factories drew people to cities, leading to unprecedented urbanization. Cities swelled, becoming centers of opportunity and hardship. The factory system imposed a new rhythm of life on workers. Long hours and harsh conditions became the norm. Wealth and social inequalities grew, leading to unrest. Despite hardships, the Industrial Revolution brought improvements. Mass production made goods more affordable. Medical advancements increased life expectancy. Education spread as demand for skilled workers grew. Trade and transportation networks fostered global awareness. Innovations like the telegraph spread news rapidly. The world was shrinking, creating a globalized society. To grasp the Industrial Revolution, understand coal and iron's pivotal role. These were the lifeblood, powering its transformation. Coal drove steam engines in factories, mines, and transport. England's coal reserves were crucial for industrial dominance. Innovative mining techniques met soaring coal demand. Deeper mines needed sophisticated steam-powered pumps. Iron provided the structural backbone for machines. England's iron ore deposits fueled industrial tools and infrastructure. Improved smelting techniques increased iron production. Abundant iron was essential for factories, bridges, and railroads. Larger, more efficient machines accelerated industrialization. Coal and iron's synergy transformed the industrial landscape and society. The Industrial Revolution reshaped economies, introducing industrial capitalism with private ownership, wage labor, and market competition. England's dynamic economy, supported by merchants and a stable financial system, fueled this transformation. Entrepreneurs and investors thrived, leading to increased productivity and economic growth. However, the benefits were uneven, with workers facing harsh conditions. This led to social unrest and calls for reform. The Industrial Revolution's roots lie in 17th and 18th century Europe's scientific inquiry and technological innovation. The scientific revolution laid the groundwork for technological breakthroughs. Institutions like the Royal Society fostered scientific collaboration. Inventors collaborated with entrepreneurs to solve practical problems. The steam engine, refined by Newcomen and Watt, revolutionized power. Watt's separate condenser increased steam engine efficiency. New textile machinery like the spinning jenny and power loom emerged. Practical ingenuity and mechanics drove these innovations. These inventions spurred further advancements in metallurgy and manufacturing. The Industrial Revolution did not unfold in a vacuum. England's political stability and government policies fostered economic growth and industrial expansion. The Glorious Revolution established a constitutional monarchy, limiting the monarch's power. This stability provided a secure environment for businesses to thrive. Government investments in infrastructure facilitated trade and industry. England's naval dominance protected trade routes and access to colonial markets. This global reach provided raw materials and markets for manufactured goods. The Industrial Revolution began in England due to a unique confluence of factors: abundant coal and iron, a stable political system, and a culture of innovation. These elements transformed England into the workshop of the world. The Industrial Revolution dramatically transformed England's landscape, with factory towns rising around new mills. These hastily built towns, lacking basic amenities, symbolized progress and social change. The demand for labor drew people from rural areas, altering both countryside and urban life. Factory towns, with their identical worker housing and smoky skies, defined this new industrial age. Despite harsh conditions, these towns offered opportunities for advancement and escape from rural poverty. Workers formed new identities and institutions, including trade unions for better wages and conditions. The Industrial Revolution shifted work from agricultural rhythms to regimented factory schedules. The factory system turned skilled artisans into cogs in an industrial machine, emphasizing efficiency and standardization. This specialization increased output, but made work monotonous and less fulfilling. Workers felt alienated from their labor and products, adhering to strict schedules and high productivity demands. Child labor became widespread, with children subjected to dangerous conditions. Despite grueling work, factory jobs offered more regular income and new opportunities for skilled workers. The Industrial Revolution transformed transportation, revolutionizing how people and goods moved. The steam engine led to the development of locomotives and steamships, reshaping transportation infrastructure. Railroads revolutionized land travel, connecting distant cities and regions, facilitating trade and migration. Standardized time zones were adopted to coordinate train schedules. Steamships made maritime travel faster, safer, and more predictable. These advancements extended the Industrial Revolution's impact beyond factory walls. The Industrial Revolution fueled a consumer revolution, transforming production, distribution, and consumption. Mass production made goods more available and affordable, while new marketing techniques and department stores fueled consumer demand. Factory production replaced skilled artisans, making goods accessible to a wider population. Rising wages and a growing middle class increased consumer demand. Advertising and department stores stimulated consumer appetites. Material possessions became important markers of status and success, transforming social values. The Industrial Revolution brought wealth and innovation, but also social dislocation, inequality, and environmental degradation. The factory system exploited workers with long hours, low wages, and dangerous conditions. Child labor became commonplace in factories and mines. Rapid urban growth led to overcrowding, inadequate housing, and disease. The gap between rich and poor widened, with factory owners amassing fortunes while workers struggled. Environmental consequences included air and water pollution from industrial waste. The Industrial Revolution's effects spread globally, reshaping trade and technology. England's industrial output and demand for raw materials created a global trade network. Raw materials from around the world fueled England's industries. Improved transportation and communication facilitated global trade. Industrialized nations grew economically while supplying regions faced exploitation. Plantation agriculture and forced labor expanded, contributing to the transatlantic slave trade. Cotton was a key raw material driving the Industrial Revolution, entangling distant lands in economic dependency. The cotton gin revolutionized production but increased demand for slave labor in the American South. In India, British demand for cotton undermined local industries and pressured farmers to grow cotton, leading to famine and debt. The Empire of Cotton symbolized the exploitative relationship between industrialized nations and their colonies. Plantation agriculture expanded, entrenching slavery and economic subordination. The demand for raw materials fueled industrial growth at a steep human cost. The Second Industrial Revolution, emerging in the late 19th century, brought new technological marvels. Innovations in electricity, chemicals, and petroleum built upon the first wave of industrialization. The dynamo and internal combustion engine revolutionized power and transportation. The chemical industry developed new products, transforming everyday life. Electricity illuminated cities, extending the workday, while the telephone revolutionized communication. The automobile reshaped personal transportation and urban planning. The Industrial Revolution created a global disparity in wealth, technology, and military power. Industrialized nations projected power through colonization and imperial expansion. The quest for raw materials and markets fueled a scramble for colonies, subjugating vast populations. New ideologies like nationalism and imperialism justified empire expansion. Competition for resources and markets led to global conflicts in the 20th century. The Industrial Revolution's legacy includes technological progress and global inequality. The Industrial Revolution left an indelible mark on human history, shaping modern society. It brought technological innovation, economic transformation, and social upheaval. The factory system, modern city, and global economy emerged from this era. Mass production, consumption, and communication became central to society. Challenges like environmental degradation and social inequality persist. The lessons of the Industrial Revolution remain relevant as we navigate the 21st century. The Industrial Revolution, a period of technological advancement, cast a long shadow of environmental degradation. Coal-powered engines and mass production left a legacy of pollution and ecological disruption. Skies above industrial cities became choked with thick, acrid smoke. Coal released vast quantities of soot and sulfur dioxide, creating a perpetual pall over urban centers. Respiratory illnesses became rampant, and buildings bore the scars of industrial pollution. Rivers were transformed into industrial sewers, poisoned by chemical discharges. Countryside landscapes were scarred by mining operations and deforestation. The Industrial Revolution left an indelible mark on the natural world. The environmental consequences of industrialization were widespread. Deforestation and agricultural expansion led to soil erosion and habitat loss. The Industrial Revolution marked a new era of human impact on Earth's ecosystems. The Industrial Revolution, while ushering in an era of unprecedented wealth creation, also exacerbated existing social inequalities, creating a stark divide between the factory owners, entrepreneurs, and investors who profited from industrialization, and the burgeoning working class whose labor fueled this economic transformation. The factory system, with its emphasis on efficiency and standardization, transformed the nature of work itself. Skilled artisans, once masters of their craft, found their skills rendered obsolete by machines, forcing them to seek employment in factories, where they worked long hours for meager wages, often in dangerous and unhealthy conditions. the rise of industrial capitalism created a new class of workers, dependent on wage labor for their survival and subject to the whims of the market and the dictates of factory owners. The gap between the rich and the poor widened into a chasm. The wealthy elite, enriched by the profits of industrialization, built opulent mansions, adorned themselves in fine clothes, and enjoyed a lifestyle of leisure and luxury. The working class, meanwhile, crowded into cramped and unsanitary slums, struggled to feed their families on meager wages, and endured a precarious existence marked by uncertainty and hardship. The Industrial Revolution, in essence, created a two-tiered society, one characterized by extremes of wealth and poverty. The Industrial Revolution, celebrated for its progress, was built on the backs of countless workers in hazardous conditions for meager wages. The relentless pursuit of profit created a system rife with exploitation, particularly of women and children. Workers, including young children, faced grueling workdays, often 12 hours or more 6 days a week. Factory owners cut corners on safety, exposing workers to dangerous machinery and unhealthy conditions. Children, some as young as 5, were forced to work in factories and mines, performing dangerous tasks. These young workers endured stunted growth, respiratory ailments, and other health problems. The exploitation of labor sparked outrage and calls for reform. Social reformers began to expose the abuses and advocate for better working conditions and limits on child labor. The struggle for workers' rights continued into the 20th century, leading to significant improvements in working conditions and labor laws. The Industrial Revolution transformed society, sparking activism, social movements, and government interventions to address its challenges. Labor movements and trade unions emerged to improve workers' lives through collective action. Reformers advocated for better working conditions, child labor laws, and public health improvements. Environmental degradation led to early conservation efforts and sustainable development ideas. The Industrial Revolution was a period of progress and its discontents shaping future policies and values. The whirring gears and billowing smokestacks of the Industrial Revolution resonate in our digital age. Just as steam and machinery reshaped society, the microchip and internet transform our world. Both revolutions amplify human capabilities and connect people across distances. Steam engines boosted productivity. Digital tech automates tasks and speeds up information processing. The parallels are striking. Factories centralized work. Today, remote work and virtual collaboration are key. Railroads shrank distances. The internet compresses time and space. The digital revolution is a unique moment with its own challenges and opportunities. By understanding parallels, we can shape a sustainable digital future. Just as the Industrial Revolution transformed labor markets, the digital revolution is reshaping the global economy. It creates new opportunities while disrupting traditional industries. The rise of the internet and digital platforms has created a borderless marketplace. Businesses can reach global customers, and entrepreneurs can launch ventures from their laptops. The digital economy is characterized by speed, global reach, and innovation. However, it also exacerbates income inequality, concentrating wealth in the hands of tech giants. Addressing these challenges requires inclusive policies and access to education and training. Beyond its economic impact, the digital revolution is profoundly reshaping the social fabric of societies around the world, altering the way we communicate, access information, form communities, and engage in political discourse. The internet, in particular, has become a ubiquitous presence in our lives, connecting us to a vast network of information, ideas, and people. Social media platforms have emerged as powerful tools for communication, enabling people to connect with friends and family, share experiences, and engage in public discourse. The internet has also become an indispensable tool for education, research, and access to information, democratizing knowledge, and empowering individuals with unprecedented access to a wealth of resources. However, the digital age has also ushered in new challenges. The spread of misinformation and disinformation online has eroded trust in traditional media outlets and fueled political polarization. The anonymity of the internet has emboldened hate speech, cyberbullying, and online harassment, creating challenges for fostering civil discourse and protecting vulnerable populations. The digital revolution, therefore, presents both opportunities and challenges for building a more just and equitable society. By harnessing the power of technology, we can promote greater understanding, foster dialogue across cultures, and empower marginalized communities. However, this will require addressing the challenges of online misinformation, protecting freedom of expression while combating hate speech, and ensuring equitable access to the internet and digital technologies. The Industrial Revolution offers crucial lessons for the digital age. It brought progress but also social and environmental challenges. Ensuring equitable benefits is key. Wealth concentration led to inequality and unrest. The digital economy risks similar issues. Proactive policies are essential. Government intervention is necessary to regulate and protect. Education and thoughtful regulation are vital. Technology is a tool, not a solution. Its impact depends on our choices. By learning from the past, we can create a just and prosperous future. The Industrial Revolution, a period of tumultuous change and unprecedented progress, may seem like a distant epic, confined to history books and sepia-toned photographs. Yet its legacy surrounds us, woven into the very fabric of our modern world. The cities we inhabit, the technologies we take for granted, the jobs we perform, the challenges we face, all bear the indelible imprint of this transformative era. From the soaring skyscrapers that define our urban landscapes to the intricate networks of transportation and communication that connect us globally, the echoes of the Industrial Revolution reverberate through time. The mass production techniques pioneered in factories have made goods more affordable and accessible, transforming the material lives of billions. The scientific advancements and technological innovations that fueled industrialization laid the groundwork for modern medicine, sanitation, and countless other fields that have improved the quality and longevity of human life. The Industrial Revolution, however, was not merely a period of material progress. It was a profound cultural and intellectual shift, challenging traditional hierarchies, fostering new ideas about social organization, and igniting debates about the role of technology, the rights of workers, and the relationship between humans and the natural world. The ideas and ideologies that emerged during this era, capitalism, socialism, liberalism, and environmentalism, to name just a few, continue to shape political discourse and social movements today. The Industrial Revolution, for all its transformative power, was not without its dark side. The relentless pursuit of progress, often driven by greed and a disregard for social and environmental consequences, left a legacy of exploitation, inequality, and ecological degradation that continues to haunt us today. The factory system, while increasing productivity and creating new forms of employment, also gave rise to sweatshops, child labor, and unsafe working conditions that shocked the conscience of the era and sparked social movements that continue to fight for workers' rights today. The rapid urbanization fueled by industrialization led to overcrowded slums, inadequate sanitation, and the spread of diseases that disproportionately affected the poor and marginalized. The Industrial Revolution's insatiable appetite for raw materials and energy fueled colonialism, deforestation, and the exploitation of natural resources on a scale never before seen. The burning of fossil fuels while powering factories and transportation networks released greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to the climate change we are experiencing today. The Industrial Revolution, in essence, marked the beginning of a new geological epoch, the Anthropocene, in which human activities have become a dominant force shaping the planet's ecosystems. As we stand at the cusp of a new technological revolution, the digital revolution, the lessons of the Industrial Revolution have never been more relevant. Just as the steam engine, the factory, and the railroad transformed society in the 18th and 19th centuries, digital technologies are reshaping the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us, presenting both extraordinary opportunities and unprecedented challenges. The digital revolution, like its industrial predecessor, has the potential to unlock human ingenuity, accelerate economic growth, and improve the quality of life for billions. Yet it also carries the risk of exacerbating existing inequalities, displacing workers, and eroding privacy and social cohesion. The challenge before us is to harness the transformative power of digital technologies while avoiding the pitfalls that marred the Industrial Revolution. By learning from the mistakes of the past, we can chart a more equitable and sustainable path forward. This will require proactive government policies that promote innovation while protecting workers' rights, ensuring equitable access to education and technology, and mitigating the environmental impact of digital technologies. It will also require a renewed commitment to social justice, environmental stewardship, and the common good, recognizing that technological progress alone does not guarantee a better future. The Industrial Revolution, while a product of its time, holds enduring lessons for our own. It reminds us that technological progress, while a powerful force for good, is not inherently benevolent. Its ultimate impact depends on the choices we make, the values we prioritize, and the policies we enact. As we navigate the complexities of the 21st century, we have an opportunity to forge a new path, one that harnesses the power of innovation to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. This will require a fundamental shift in our thinking, away from a narrow focus on economic growth and technological progress toward a more holistic understanding of human well-being that encompasses social justice, environmental stewardship, and the common good. The Industrial Revolution, for all its flaws, also left us with a legacy of resilience, ingenuity, and a belief in the power of collective action to address societal challenges. By embracing these values, by learning from the mistakes of the past, and by working together to shape a future that benefits all, we can ensure that the digital revolution ushers in an era of progress that is both transformative and sustainable, an era that truly reflects the best of human aspirations.